Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to be doing a review and tutorial on the Adelaine X Tarte Eye and Cheek palette. This palette has been out for about a month now, but I'm just now getting around to reviewing it and doing a tutorial for you guys, which I'm super excited about. It has also been a hot minute since I've filmed, so this video is kind of a hot mess. It's kind of all over the place. Just bear with me. Getting back into the swing of things. So before we get started, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that red subscribe button and the post notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. And if you want to see how I got this look and what my thoughts are on the palette, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, before we get into playing with the eyeshadows, I want to talk about a couple of basics. So this palette comes with 9 eyeshadows, a blush, and a highlight. It retails for $39 and you can get it on Tarte's website, online, on Ulta's website, and in stores at Ulta. So the palette itself, it's yellow, it's got these lemons all over it, and on the front it says Adelaine and then Tarte right here. And then when you open it, it comes with this little protective sheet that says Adelaine X Tarte with the little lemons on it, which I think is really cute. But honestly, I don't know anyone that keeps these protective sheets, so I feel like it was kind of just a waste in a way to decorate it, but it was a nice touch. I just won't keep it, so I don't know. And so these are the eyeshadows, the blush, and the highlight. It's such a pretty color scheme. Honestly, I feel like there are tons of super warm tone yellow palettes out there, but this one just, I don't know, I was drawn to it. So I also really like the color of this blush. This is the blushes that I tend to go for. A little bit pink, but still warm. And then the highlight looks beautiful. And then you have a giant mirror as well. I love when eyeshadow palettes have mirrors because when I travel, I don't need to bring a big giant mirror. I can set this up and use this, so that is really nice. I love it. I am totally willing to pay a couple of extra dollars if the palette will have a mirror in it. So that is all the bases. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm not really sure what I'm going for, but I am just gonna kind of go in. I already did my foundation and concealer and set it, and then we will do the rest of the face makeup after our eyes. But first I want to kind of bake . I know I look insane, but this just kind of keeps the shape of the eyeshadow, and then when I dust this off, all the fallout kind of goes away. That way I don't have to use tape since I already did my foundation. So first things first, I'm going to go in with Adelaine, which is just a neutral, like light tan, translucent, whatever you want to call it, eyeshadow, and I'm going to set my lid with that. I love when eyeshadow palettes have a neutral shade with no shimmer, so I can set my lids from the concealer or eyeshadow primer. So now that we have that set, I feel like you could do this, I don't know, I feel like you could go at this a couple of different ways, but I think what I'm gonna do is start with Girls Supporting Girls, which is the yellow color, and work this into the crease. Okay, so it is pretty pigmented. The only thing is when I started to blend it out, it was blending out pretty patchy. So I kind of started just to press it in the skin, and that seems to work a lot better. It got rid of the patchiness and added a little bit more pigment, but I am wondering what's going to happen when I start blending out like the darker shadows and stuff on top. So we shall see what happens. Next, I think I'm going to take Mama Morin, which is the shade right above Girls Supporting Girls, and it's just like a light tan shade. There is quite a bit of kickback as well. I don't know if you will be able to tell. I just used Mama Morin and it's got a little bit of kickback, but it shouldn't be a big deal. And I'm just gonna take this little like fat brush and work this in the crease. Okay, so they seem to blend together pretty nicely. I felt like at first I was having the same problem as that yellow, and it was like not showing up and it was not blending out very well. But once you, I don't know, it's like you have to pat it in and then take some more and blend it out, and it blends out beautifully, but it just takes a little extra work for some reason. I'm just going in with that original brush that we used, the yellow, and kind of blending out those edges again. Okay, now I'm going to take this little tapered blending brush, and I think I'm going to go in with Beat Bop, which is this dark brown shade. I'm going to work this in the outer corner of the eye. So I'm going to go back in with Beat Bop with a more dense buffing brush, and I'm going to like really define the crease with this. Okay, so I feel like the pigment picked up a lot better with a more dense brush. Just going back again and kind of buffing out the yellow and the lighter brown around the edges. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this away because I feel like this is distracting what it actually looks like. I don't know. Call me crazy. I'm also going to be trying out this Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas. It is like an eyeshadow base, and we're going to cut the crease before we do our lid shade. And I'm hoping that this all pulls together. It doesn't look terrible, but it's not, like, I've just had the hardest time with this. Let's try and cut the crease. That was an adventure, but it seems like a good little base, so we're going to keep using it. That was an adventure. Okay, time for the lid shade. And I think I want to use Beautiful Magical Wonderful, which is this shade right here. It's like a coppery shade. and it looks beautiful. So we're gonna try and put it on the lid without any like Fix Plus or anything, and then see what it looks like on the other side with Fix Plus. So, ooh. Feel like it would be even more pigmented with like wetting the brush first. So I'm gonna take my Morphe setting spray and just kind of get it a little damp, go in with the same shade. I don't know, maybe not. It looks the same to me. Okay, so I went ahead and tried to like blend out and diffuse the darker shade and lid shade together. I feel like I'm just having issues with blending. Like the colors and the pigment is beautiful, but I am just having the hardest time like making it look super cohesive. I don't know, maybe I've just been looking at it for too long. I just feel like this isn't my favorite look I've done. Moving on to the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with Girls Supporting Girls, which is that yellow shade. And then we're going to go in with Contour, which is this shade right here. For the inner corner, I think I'm just going to take the highlight shade, which is Promise Ring. Wow. Which is super blinding. Okay, I really like that. So now we're going to bronze up the skin because I look like a ghost. And then we will come back and we'll look at the blush and the highlight. So while we let this bake a little bit, we're going to put on some blush. Like I said, this blush just like speaks my name. This is the kind of blush that I normally go for. And I love Tarte's blushes, so I have high hopes for this. It is definitely very pigmented. Okay, I really like the blush. I think so far that has been my favorite part of the palette. It was super pigmented, super easy to blend, and it doesn't look like too much. Like you could put on a good bit and it still looks fairly natural. So now for the highlight, just gonna take a little bit of it, tap some off. Okay. That is really pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It is a little bit light for my skin right now because I do have a fake tan. So, I mean, I feel like as long as you just kind of blend it out a little bit, you'll be fine. Holy moly. I mean, I figured it would be blinding because of the inner corner, but I didn't know it was going to look this beautiful on the skin. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish off the eyes and my face makeup with mascara and lips, and I'll be right back to talk about my final thoughts. Okay, so I went ahead and finished my makeup, did mascara and lips. Overall, I do like how the look turned out. This is something that I would wear every day, which I feel like is a really good thing about this palette. The color scheme is really nice. You can turn this into more of a nighttime look. You can use it every day. The blush and the highlight I feel like really complement the eyeshadow colors, which is nice. I don't know, I'm frustrated because I had such a hard time blending out these eyeshadows and making it all look cohesive, but it did end up looking okay. So it's like, do I give it a thumbs up? I mean, right now I feel like it's just kind of in the middle. The blush and the highlight were beautiful. They blended beautifully. They were super creamy, but the eyeshadows I just had such a hard time with. So if you do get this palette, just, I mean, I don't know, maybe I have a faulty palette, but beware that you will have to blend and blend and blend and blend. I am a huge fan of Tarte's eyeshadow palettes. I've never had an issue with any of them. I love Tarte's makeup, but this just isn't my favorite that I've purchased. If you have this palette, let me know down below if you had the same issues. If you plan on picking it up, let me know your thoughts down below. Also, before you leave, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the post notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.